Buckle up, art nerds. This one is super exciting. Hello, friends.
Hi.
Welcome back to
Oops.
We Made Art.
Oops, we do something.
That's right. Hi, Yvonne. How are you today?
I am great.
Wonderful.
I have a question for you.
Ooh. Okay.
Tube green or not to tube green? I didn't say it right. Did it wrong. Okay.
Tube green or not tube green?
I didn't practice it enough.
That's the title of our show today. We're going to talk about greens and how to make greens better than the greens you buy in a tube already made.
Yes, so you can decide whether tube green or not tube green.
Yeah, you get to decide if you like the greens you can make better or the greens that you buy better.
All right. What are you going to be mixing your colors with?
I'm going to play with acrylics today.
Okay.
So I've got just little tubes of acrylic paint. I have primaries in warm and cool. So I've got some warm primaries, blue, red, and yellow, and cool primaries. More of a pink, yellow, blue. And then I got some greens, black and white. How about you? What you have today?
I got all kinds of things, but I think what I'll do is start with oil pastels. So I'll be mixing on paper. So I don't have tube greens, but these are the same thing. They're just the oil pastel version where they come already factory made.
Right.
So it's as saturated of this color green as you could get.
Ooh, saturated. That's a good word. What's that mean?
It's as intensely, this is as intensely grass green as it could possibly ever be as an oil pastel. And then it opens the door for me to change it.
There you go. That's right. So this green, this phthalo green of some sort is as green as it's ever going to be. It's going to come out of that tube and that's the way it is. So it's saturated. If it was desaturated, that would mean we added another color to it, right?
Or unsaturated.
Or
Yes,
unsaturated.
either or.
Either or.
It's all
Okay.
the same. It means it's not pure anymore. It's been altered from its bought state.
Bought state.
Catch
There
it
you go.
on sale, baby.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
All right. So how are we going to start?
Well, I think what I'll do first is lay down all of the tube greens.
Oh,
so,
that's a good way to go. Okay.
So I have something to compare with.
Yeah.
So I'm using oil pastels, covering the paper. That's not bad. Not a bad green, right? I hope I'm holding it up right. I have no clue. All right. Are you starting with tubes?
Yeah. That's that one.
Sweet, sweet. Oh my gosh, this color is deceiving. Look at this. This oil pastel comes out far brighter
Definitely different.
than it looks from the factory.
Right.
Whoa. See that? That's crazy. That's crazy. I would not have expected that light of green. So sometimes this can be the issue with using the factory made only and not mixing your own greens is that it could be a surprise.
That's right.
Yeah, wasn't what you were expecting.
All right. So there's the two greens that I have.
Now
already
that
made.
blows my mind. Okay, so
Ooh.
yeah.
Green. Different green. Look, and look
Okay,
at all the colors we
but
call
look,
green.
These two greens, I don't know if you can see them. These two greens, they're in the middle. Look how similar. They're so vibrant and bright, which is great. But then we've got this green. Let's see.
Let's see. Ooh.
I wonder if I should have cut the music down.
I was just thinking about that too.
Should I go do that?
I don't know. I want to dance, which means probably yes.
Yes, and we don't want to be shut down.
Exactly. Okay, we'll just start with red for it. Don't start with red. Red's not how you make green. All right.
All right, so here are 5 unsaturated greens. No, saturated. Wrong
Right.
word.
Straight out of the little tube
Straight out
thing.
of the little oil pastel. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I'm over here.
Shari.
I just started mixing, and so I'm using this cad yellow medium, yep, and ultramarine blue and cadmium red medium. And so I've just started mixing, and I'm getting like, with these colors, with these cool colors, I'm getting like this kind of a olivey green. And those two greens are the green straight out of the tube. The phthalo and the hookers.
Is that one right out of the tube while I
No,
was
this
gone?
is new. This is the mixed one.
What'd you use?
This is the cad yellow and the ultramarine blue.
So you're using like a medium yellow
Mm-hmm.
and ultramarine?
Ultramarine blue for this one.
I'm
Ooh,
going to
this one got
say
a little
that's this
darker.
one. So that would be these two equivalent in
That's
oil
about right.
pastels.
Yep.
All right.
And so I'm gonna mix a few different.
Are you using just the same two or?
Yeah, I'm using just the same two for now. And then yeah, we'll have to talk about more than two. Don't just yellow and blue make green.
Oh, but there's so many blues.
That's right.
Oh no, I'm going to take this same yellow and run it through several different blues. So we'll see what happens.
That's a great idea. Because all the different shades of blue will turn different shades of green with your different yellow. Okay, so right now I just have these 4 with just the blue and yellow. Nothing else is
Pretty.
added to them yet.
Okay.
Very earthy. Ooh, but also I did put red out on my palette, which is part of the primary.
I know why, I know why.
So red is the complement to green. And so if I do need to dull down my green just a little bit, I can add just a little bit of red. And that's gonna change it just a little bit more.
All right.
Let's see, I added red right here. Ooh, it turned kind of browny green. It's mostly
Oh,
brown,
I love,
actually.
love the more
Mine's
natural colors.
Pretty brown there.
So,
Oh, not green, but brown.
wow.
But let's see, we'll add more yellow.
So you can just keep the color going. You don't
That's
have
right.
to stop. You can just keep going with it. And it's amazing the different colors you're going to get. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the same yellow, but I'm swapping out. Ooh, I don't think that's what I thought it was. Yes, it is. Swapping out what I mixed the yellow with. And it's given me quite the variety of greens. And I'm keeping a legend, like a map legend.
Right, a little ledger. Legend.
Legend.
You're right. Legend.
The legend.
Yes.
The legend of Shari Bergquist. So,
Not very
at
funny.
any point, you could get out materials
yeah.
at home. Put us on pause for a minute and grab your favorite color, medium,
Yeah.
whatever you have
Yeah.
that you're comfortable with or you want to make a mess with. And you could then turn this back on.
Right, and we'll keep mixing together.
Mix with us.
Yeah.
So,
We'll talk about adding some black and white soon. Ooh, look at that.
yeah, I hope y'all can see that. The different, look at the black, a very light blue,
Oh, I see what you did.
Right?
Yep.
and that's a cobalt, and then this was an ultramarine-ish
Ooh,
kind of.
different greens.
But you got very different greens. Just mixing with one yellow. I can take these same blues and that black, and I can mix them with a different yellow and get completely different greens.
That's right. So I'm gonna switch out my blue, but keep the same yellow and see what happens.
I'm going dark. I'm going yellow ochre.
Ooh, yellow ochre.
I
Yes.
love it.
It's a good one.
It is.
It's gonna give you much deeper.
Yes. Moody greens.
Moody. That's a good word. I love that word.
I like moody greens.
Uh-huh.
And then every now and then, the bright green will just show up. Green is not necessarily in my color wheel.
Me either.
It should be. It's a
Right?
beautiful color. It means really relaxing things. Why, I don't know. Why I don't have it in my color wheel.
I'm the same way. When I do end up playing with it, I have fun with it, but I don't think to go for green right away.
Right. I had the same battle or issue. Let's call it an issue. With orange, but now orange is it's earned its way into one of my staples. Like, that's crazy. Every now and then I want to use an orange, but I mostly don't use it out of a tube. I make it.
You make it, right?
Mhm.
And it's kind of the same thing as the green. The two oranges,
Yeah,
they always just,
but orange is a difficult color to make.
it is.
Oh my gosh, it's that and purple.
Yes.
So we're color mixing. Now with the oil pastels, you guys, I'm layering them. And I'm getting very different greens with the same blues that I used before.
And so she's layering her colors, and currently I am mixing my colors in the palette and then putting them on the paper. But you could mix them on the paper too.
Right.
I could do that for a minute. Yeah. Do that on a different piece, see what it looks like.
You have to be really brave when you mix on the paper.
Yes, yes.
There's no crying. No crying. No crying. Oh, look, I did too many yellow spots, so now I'm going to have to do something else. I know what to add in. I know. I'm having fun.
All right, so let's do blue.
So these are more in the olive green zone.
So olive green, would that be cool or warm?
Depends on what's next to it for me.
Aha.
Mostly I would think it would be cool. But, I mean, I'm using a yellow ochre. Yellow's like a chameleon color, though.
It is.
Dang. I never know quite. So, we're talking about green, right?
Yeah.
And we all know from the color wheel that yellow and blue make a green,
That's right.
right?
Yep. But what else could make green?
Well, I just tested out a light purple,
Oh.
and it's not a green. It's more along the lines of your browns that you had.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
I know.
Whoa. Oh, sorry, guys. I know you're here. We forgot. Very similar colors. I was
Yeah.
using yellow ochre. What were you using to make these?
This was medium yellow, or medium cad yellow and
Medium.
ultramarine blue.
Yep.
And then I added a little bit of red and it
Right.
turned brown.
Right. So interestingly enough, the purple has red in it. That's how you get purple. It's red and blue. That's why this color is very similar to this one.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. This one is crazy similar. Look at that. Look at that.
That is wild.
And I'm swapping out the blues. You didn't.
I didn't, not in that strip, no. Or down here, this is a new blue down here.
Now this
Yeah.
went really different.
Yeah.
Like,
With the really light blue.
yeah. Now the black is more in that zone.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
That's so cool.
Color mixing, color mixing.
Okay, so
Oops.
then
It goes like this.
if I put black in here, scoop up this
Oops.
yellow.
So these are me using different yellows, but with the same stuff that I'm mixing it with. How do I know if I'm in the camera? I have
Oh.
to put it over her face. I don't know.
How do we know? We hope for the best. That's
That's it.
that's what we do here.
So I think one of the things, and I'm going to switch to a different medium now, because a squirrel just went by the window. When I look at these color swatches, right?
yeah.
What do you find more pleasing?
I find these over here more interesting. These over here are brighter, and if I was looking for bright, jump off the page. But these are more interesting if I'm actually making a landscape or. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I can make let's see if I can make a bright one. Challenge accepted.
Ooh.
Oh, but I have to switch things up here. So I'll have to use a brighter yellow. So I'll use a lemon yellow and a turquoisey. Is that a word? Turquoisey.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well it is today. And this mixing of colors that we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
how does that make art and life? How does any of this apply to the real world?
Ooh.
When I'm not in my studio and I'm out and about. Look at that bright green. I got a bright green.
You did get a bright green.
Cheesy. It's, again, but it's not quite as
yeah.
vibrant. See that? So the color I made is unsaturated.
Yep.
The saturated color, you can really see the difference. If you just straight up use it out of the tube, and then if you start mixing and you keep them side by side, cool.
It's cool.
All right, oil pastels.
So
you go.
how does it relate to life? That's a good
Yeah.
question. Ooh, that black is dark, way darker than the yellow. The black is way darker than the yellow, if you didn't know that.
Every day. Every day it's like that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the black will overpower your yellow fast. So When I say you need a tiny amount of black, I mean tiny.
Black will crush everything.
That's right.
All right, let me see.
So, ooh, yeah, what are you gonna try it with now?
I'm gonna do soft pastels. Oh, whoa, are they soft? Ooh, do I like these?
Ooh.
Holy cow, Yvonne, back off the pressure. Oof, I got a mess here.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Okay. Whoa.
That's just a little bit of black there.
I'm not really putting my fingers in it, but I sort of am. That was a surprise. There are a crap ton of greens in here. This is a store-bought box of soft pastels.
Yeah, so they're gonna try to give you a pretty good mix in that set.
They're giving me a bunch that I am shattering because of my hand being so heavy.
All right.
Huh. Very pretty. Hold that
So,
one up.
yellow and black. But you have to go, you can't use too much black or it just stays kind of black, y'all. teeny tiny amount of black and you will get this kind of green color.
Nice.
Greeny, like turquoisey.
Greeny?
Greeny. Rhymes with turquoisey.
All right, here's a question for all you color lovers.
Ooh.
The one at the bottom, is that green or blue?
Oh. See, I would say green.
Depends on what it's next to.
You're right.
Isn't it?
Yep.
So if I...
That one is going to be one of those, for sure.
Yeah, look at that. Now it looks more blue.
Now it looks more blue.
So you have to watch the temperature of your colors.
Right.
Right?
So which one are
They're-
one of these warm and one cool? This is cool, right?
Uh-huh.
That's warm. Yeah.
In this pairing right here,
Mhm.
this would be cool, that would be warmer.
Right.
If I paired these two up, that would be cool, this would be warm. This one, the olive,
Mm-hmm.
that would be tough.
Yeah.
Tough to know.
I would call it warm, but
Warm next, especially next to that.
to that one, really. Yeah.
Definitely warm next to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that's different than like if you're just looking at primaries.
Right.
Primaries are, I feel, easier to tell if they're cool or warm, even when they're not next to anything
Once
else.
you get out in that secondary, tertiary,
Yeah.
and the other words that
Right.
come after that, holy cow. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep mixing.
All right, now I need
keep
the
mixing.
blues. Someone sing me the blues. All right, so I'll do it. I'll do it with black, yellow and black. The issue with soft pastels is that they sit on the surface of the paper.
So yeah, it's the best way to mix them on the paper. Well, yeah, I'll also to mix them, yeah.
Well, you could literally mix them on a separate piece of paper and then try to pick them up with...
Oh, like a little spongy applicator thing or
Yes,
something?
but you're
Okay.
not going to have very vibrant colors doing that.
Mm.
In this set of soft pastels, this yellow was put out. I picked it up thinking, well, that's primary yellow, but now that I'm looking at it on the paper, it looks more like
soft.
a Naples yellow
Yeah.
to me. But that's okay. We will keep it. Okay, I need different colors of blue.
Different colors.
Oh.
So these are getting really similar over here. Okay. So now what happens if, at least in acrylics and probably I would think oils too, really quickly, is if you add white to your green,
It's called tinting.
tinting with white and shading with black.
Correct.
But with tinting with white in your green, it starts to look pretty chalky usually.
Be careful how much you put in. If you only put like a tiny toothpick amount,
Okay.
so if you're mixing colors on your palette and you can't tell what it is, like you're mixing it and you're like, I meant this to be purple, or I meant this to be orange, I meant this to be greener.
Right.
If you put a touch of white in a little section of it, you can see what color you really truly have.
Right.
But then,
But
yes,
you add
chalky
too
is,
much.
yeah, and if you use it, that white, that tinted green, if you use too much of it in your picture, the whole thing goes bleh.
Yep. So let me try it with just a tiny bit. Kind of a lot there.
Is this like watching paint dry?
I don't know. It could be.
It might be.
But
So if you all got your own crayons, you would be able to play
you should play too.
Actually, you can do it with crayons. Crayons, I should have brought crayons. It would've been
Oh,
great.
that would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crayon. You can even use crayons, y'all.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, y'all. All right, not enough yellow. Not enough yellow. This is not working. Okay, more paint, shit, more paint. Don't be precious
Look at
with
me
it.
testing out the purple again.
Testing
Oh, but it gives me a brown green. That's
Ooh,
pretty.
That's pretty. See, this is what you asked a little while ago. What is color mixing in life? What do they have to do with each other?
Yeah.
For me, at least, color mixing helps me figure out what I like and what I don't like. It's it's not always easy for me to know what I like or what I want, but it's easy for me to know what I don't like and what I don't want.
Is this like something you could apply to a meal? Like food you eat?
Yeah, I could apply it to food. I could apply it almost
Like-
anything.
Like what? Like, oh, here's a salad. And it's green.
Green. Oh, I love green salad. Hey, I got off topic. I don't remember what I'm talking about.
Real life something.
Real life, green.
Color mixing in real life.
In real life, green.
What does it
I don't know.
really do for you?
Hmm.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna stick
Color mixing in real life can be easier on your wallet because you don't have to buy all the stupid greens.
Oh, that's a good point.
Excuse me, I said stupid for all the little people out there who live in Roanoke who might watch this but probably not. I apologize, Molly, for the bad word.
Oh yeah, stupid.
I got busted the past weekend. I said, that is stupid. And she went, oh, her head spun around. She goes, Avi. Oh, I got the finger.
You do? You got a great finger.
The very serious finger. Happy St. Patty's Day, y'all.
Happy Shamrock Day.
Happy Shamrock Day.
Oh, happy birthday, Erin. She probably won't watch this either, but just in case, happy birthday, Erin.
Who's Erin?
Erin is a friend of the family. She's been my youngest friend for years now. A long time. All right, so down here, I did
like
green
greens. Oh, I like
with no white, and then next to them there's the white. You can see how it kind of chopped them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Which can be pretty in little tiny amounts, but in too much, like you said, it just kind of goes blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. White and the I'm making a hot mess here, man.
It's so fun. Look at all
I know,
this
I
fun
know.
color mixing.
I apologize in advance for the mess I'm making. All over the table.
Somebody will clean it up.
Look what the... Helen, don't watch this. Ooh.
Ooh.
So there I just added white. Now with the oil pastels, that's a little harder to control. I was just straight up rolling it on there, man.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oil pastels. They're
I
hard
love
to
them.
control. I do love them, but they are a little hard to control sometimes.
Not a lot of difference. Look at those.
That white really comes in and just kind of covers up over top of it.
It does. Oh,
Why? Why?
very,
That's cool in a weird way.
it's cool in a weird way.
Because it does kind of almost cover it up.
It's cool in a weird way. Yeah,
But
it's
now,
almost
what
the
if you
same, but
scratch it?
it's so subtle.
What if you scratch it?
I'm gonna get little happy faces.
Ooh.
Anna, sorry, I'll show you in a minute. This is what happens.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. Okay.
No, you can't see him at all.
Now I want to do that.
This is Forrest Gump's shirt, everybody. It's where it really came from. Na, 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 na. I hope y'all are seeing this. I'm holding it right. Otherwise, I look really stupid. Okay. That was scratching it.
That was
Just having a little
scratchy.
fun, adding some white.
So you just have to be careful. But, you know, subtle differences can really sing. You just got to maybe not have them everywhere. There needs to be some contrast, possibly. These are kind of interesting. This is what I would call a quiet conversation of greens, of tinted greens.
The white, is that what made them quiet? The white?
Yeah, and they're so close together in how they look, right? It was the same yellow, but different things being mixed with the yellow, yet when I added the white, they're so similar.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The white and the oil pastel, the white really did make them so similar.
Yeah.
Which I don't believe that I would do that with the oil pastel or the acrylics, but I'm not sure. Let's see here.
Oh.
I need to clean my brush more.
Well, it is going to bring them closer together.
It will bring them closer.
It has to.
Right?
Right?
That's true, yeah.
What about in soft pastels?
Ooh.
Ooh, very subtle. Ooh, I like it.
It's gonna not cover it up like the
It's not like the oil pastels. Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, very subtle change.
Ah, yes.
Right? It's very soft. Just adding white, mixing it in with the greens I had made. I'm going to be really disappointed if we look back at this and nobody can see anything.
If you can't tell, that would be very disappointing.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that one. All right. What should I do next?
Oh yeah, the colored pencils. I'm interested to see how can you color mix with colored pencils. Ah.
Okay, let's see. With very green fingers.
Yes.
I ate a leprechaun. All right, so very limited in yellow. Why didn't I pull out another yellow? Oh well, I'm just going to use this. It's a medium to dark yellow. Alrighty then. Oh, but I guess I should put the tube greens down. Here we go. What are you? There's an indigo blue, you big dummy. All right. I can't choose them in the right order. Oh well. Again, it's very deceiving. Like you look at them, sometimes they don't lay on the paper the way you think they should have, by the way the lead looks. All right, and
Oh yeah, we're not talking because we're focused. We're so focused we forgot about you all. Sorry, everyone.
man, colored pencil companies give you a crap ton of greens.
Yes. Is that because it's hard to mix them? You think? Oh my gosh.
Phone. Not so sure. My phone followed you, didn't it?
It did. Oh, I know what I was looking up when I was looking up information for you all. I looked up different artists who are known for their green. And I didn't really find an artist who was known for just using green a lot. But I did find some artists who used green in a really great way. So like Henry Matisse in the green line.
Oh,
and I will put
the
these
portraits?
in the notes.
Yes.
Yeah. Did
Like
you see that one?
That bizarre green line. It's the shading, but he used a cool green in the portrait right down the middle of his wife's face, and he did it to his own self-portrait.
Okay.
He used green. Now whether it was the same stripe, I don't know. I think he used a little bit more. It was a different shape, but it was like right here.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Green.
And then Van Gogh used greens in his landscapes. He was famous for and in his sunflowers. Famous for those too. But I have lots of different artists I'd never even heard of too, and some of them were beautiful. Impressionist Child Hassam, or I'm not sure if I'm saying
I don't know how
right.
to say his name.
Sorry. But they used lush, vibrant greens to capture the atmosphere of nature and landscapes, and it's beautiful.
And he was an impressionist, right?
Yes.
So the impressionists were pulling away from art society at that time because they were trying to get away from a single subject.
Right.
They wanted to paint the human experience, the social environment, like what what was happening in the times. What was it like to be social? What was it like to be in a bar? What was it
Right.
like to be in the park? What are these people doing together? Picnicking, whatever.
Right.
It was about the human experience in society at that time rather than about, oh, it's a portrait of
Right.
Madame.
And we're talking the late 1800s, which I didn't know this, but I'm listening to this book too about an artist named Hilma af Klint. And she
German?
was from Sweden.
Sweden.
In the late, late 1800s as well.
Okay.
And so women were just now allowed to start painting. They were just allowed to go to school right now in her time. She's able to go to school to
Boy,
become an
was
artist.
she lucky.
Yeah. But royalty couldn't be artists either. They could dabble. It could be a hobby, but they couldn't
take
be
it
an
seriously.
artist, right?
They couldn't study under anyone.
Only middle class people could be real artists. And
Why
only
not the
men
poor
for a long
people?
time. Nope, they couldn't be artists.
because they had no money.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's very interesting, but yeah.
What if I wonder how many people have been missed. How many artists have been missed because they were not allowed?
That's
they were
right.
restrained by social standards or norms.
Well, Hilma was not famous in her time. She became more famous after she died. She had asked her nephew to hide away all of her paintings, and 20 years after her death, he was supposed to exhibit them for her.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah,
It's
really
because,
interesting.
yeah, it's because she knew she wasn't going to be allowed.
Yeah,
As soon as they found out she was a woman, nix that, man.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So, if you're still with us, this might be one of those snoozer podcasts.
It might be.
Especially if you can't see what we're doing.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have been on our hands. Here, I'll show you. Look at all these greens. It's just a big old mess of green.
It's lovely.
Right?
I hope you have a big old mess of greens for dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what this is making me think of? Spring.
Aww.
After we had all that snow the other day, I am ready for spring.
Yes.
And renewal and rebirth and regrowth. That's
Love
what
it.
green is.
That's what green means, everybody. What else does green mean? And we're almost done.
But I've always thought of green as, what did you always hear? Green was envy.
Oh, that's
Green with
true.
envy,
Green
right?
with envy.
But
I was
also
relaxing.
It's relaxing, right? Green can be relaxing. I don't know. I always feel like green. I know doesn't have to do with the heart. That's usually pink. But for some reason, I think green fits with the heart too.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I was going to say it's a genuine color, but all colors are genuine colors. So
I don't know why green. I always think, I don't know. I know it's technically pink, but I think green and the heart match too for some reason. Maybe that says something about me. Uh-oh. Hi out there.
that worked. Oh, your hand. Sorry.
Oopsie doopsie.
We're going to fire that cameraman. Yes, we are. All right, you guys.
I hope you have a happy Shamrock Day today.
Absolutely. A little corned beef, cabbage.
Ooh, that sounds good. Is that what you're having?
No, I'm not making anything. Leftovers. Hope they're not green. That would not be good.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you have questions about mixing green,
Ooh, or if you mix your own, please share them in the comments so we can see all the beautiful greens you create.
and aren't you grateful we didn't play with our food today? We could have played with our greens.
That's true. We could have had all kinds of green food up here. Yummy.
Yum.
We could have made green eggs and ham.
Sam, I am. There, I played with some green.
There you go.
I'm just getting worse. Look at the mess I've made. I cannot leave that for someone else.
No, we're gonna have
That's
to
a hot
clean
mess.
up now.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, everybody.
Everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye. Green.
Green. What you doing there?
Oh, I'm getting my little palette ready.
Look like you're making a nest.
A little nesty poo for my paints.
A nesty poo.
Bum, bum, bum.
What'd you say?
Tube green or not tube green? No, that messed up. Tube green or not tube green? That is the question.